You don't need a huge audience to start free. Oh, wow, that's really fast. No. You don't need a huge audience to start freelancing. You need a small group of people who know what you do and trust you. My name is Nolan Matthews. I'm a photographer, director, and pilot based in Utah. After nearly a decade in the corporate world, I walked away to build a life around travel, adventure, and storytelling. This channel is all about the work, the process, and the stories behind it all. So far, we've talked about solving a problem and building a portfolio. Today, we're talking about how those two things actually reach real people. Because talent doesn't matter much if no one knows you actually exist. When I say a list, I don't mean followers, I don't mean subscribers, and I definitely don't mean C-level executives at brands or companies you admire. A list is simply people you can reach directly. Some of the most important moments in my career came from simple conversations, like a phone call with a professor who told me to stop pretending and just go do the thing. That wasn't networking, that was connection. And many of my early opportunities didn't come from cold outreach, they came from warm introductions inside my existing inner circle. People want to work with people they know, or people recommended by someone they trust. Early on, your list should feel familiar. Think former coworkers, friends, family members, acquaintances, people who've already seen how you show up. When I started getting photography work, it didn't come from sending hundreds of emails to people I didn't know. It came from people noticing what I was already doing and sharing it with others. Your goal at this stage, especially if you're starting out, isn't to ask for work, it's to let people know what you're building. Here's the mindset shift. You're not pitching, you're updating. A simple message like, I've been building something new and I want to share it with you. That's it. And if you want a soft call to action, it can be as simple as, would you mind sharing this work with someone who might find it useful? Curiosity beats pressure every single time. What's amazing is how quickly a small list can grow. If each person you know shares your work with just one other person, momentum starts to build. This is how real networks form. Once you start doing good work and delivering wins, asking for referrals doesn't feel awkward, it feels natural. Think about how you find a plumber or a doctor. You ask people you trust. To this day, some of my best relationships have come from word of mouth, a warm referral from somebody else. If someone finds you through a cold search or jobs board, it's often because they couldn't find someone trusted through their own network. Remember that. Careers aren't built by blasting messages, they're built through trust over time. If you focus on solving a real problem, showing proof, and staying connected to people, opportunities tend to follow. In future episodes, we're going to talk about what happens when these pieces come together and how momentum turns into real work. Most people want to help. They just don't know how unless you tell them what they're doing. And if you really create that early call to action, it can be as simple as, would you mind sharing this with someone you might think would find it useful?